Last time I was in London, I went looking for a pay toilet on the street, even though nature wasn't calling. I was looking for a lock on a pay toilet, which was designed in the 1800s by Nevil Maskelyne, a magician. He was also a watchmaker, so he knew something about technology. And he was the first person to design a lock into which you could put in a penny, and they used it on public toilets. I was looking for that because I've been a fan of Maskelyne for various reasons. He was a great magician. He attacked the spiritualists, and he also designed something called Psycho. Psycho was essentially a puppet, an automaton, and it played whist with a member of the audience. And he sat on top of a glass tube, so it looked like there was no possible connection. Well, operated very cleverly by air. There were bellows underneath, and an assistant would activate him using those bellows. Very, very clever. But the reason that I really got interested in Maskelyne is because he designed a classic illusion, and this is called the levitation. And there's a lot of interesting technology involved in that. Let me try to recreate this for you. There would be an assistant, and of course it was usually a lady, in those days dressed perhaps somewhat more appropriately than my assistant here. And she would lie down on a couch like this, and music would play. And Maskelyne would take a cloth like this and cover her. And of course you could see her underneath the cloth. Now the interesting thing would be that, he'd show you the cloth, and, there was nothing to it. And then when he covered her, she was there, and as the music played, rose to a crescendo, she would rise up off the couch and float. Float towards the audience, float sideways. And then as the music played, all of a sudden she would just disappear. That was the levitation. It was then used by all kinds of people. I mean, he, of course, advertised it on his show, the Egyptian Hall in London, and it was really a magician by the name of Thurston who made it famous. And these days, many, many people perform it. But the reason that I'm talking about this now is because there was a study that just came out, and was a study about magicians and the fact that they are less prone to mental problems than other people. Obviously, I like that. But of course, I also like the fact that magicians are great critical thinkers, because we're always thinking about how people can be fooled. And that also means that we're very aware of how anyone can be fooled, including by all kinds of gimmicks that are out there today on the internet, whether they be dietary supplements or whether they be various devices that supposedly cure disease. So it is this study that made me think back to Maskelyne and the performances at the Egyptian Hall and the classic levitation.